Well, shit. I know. What's going on, man? Here in a bit, I gotta transfer my laundry over to the dryer, and then shortly after that, I gotta probably get some sleep. I gotta get up early in the morning. Then I gotta work tomorrow evening, so that's gonna be weird. Anyway, yeah. Interesting day tomorrow. Today, whatever you want to call it. Anyway.
Hey, we heard you in there, asking about the healer.
What's going on?
We know what happens to mages in this town. And it ain't gonna happen to him.
Does this really seem like a good idea?
Let's show these folks a little Ferelden justice.
There's a lesson. Messing with us is suicidal.
It's a serious problem is Bethany keeps casting Fireball, and she doesn't have Fireball. It keeps happening every single fight. She doesn't have Fireball, but she's casting it. Because it was a tactic that I started her with. Let me see if there's a fix for that. If there's not a fix, we probably have to start over. Let me bring up Google. Let's see, hold on a second. Alright, so I may have to start over. I mean, we just basically started, so I mean, we haven't done anything, but yeah, that was a serious issue. Was curious why it's happening. I'd never seen it do that before. But it's doing it, obviously. I mean, you see it. She just cast a Fireball again, and we don't have Fireball. So let's see if Google. I'll be Bethany Sting Fireball. She doesn't have. I don't know how else do you say it. It's giving me some TikTok bullshit. All right, put Dragon Age 2. No, nobody else has ever seen this before either. Dragon Age 2 Bethany Fireball glitch. Let me put that in. It's Fireball. That's definitely what the spell is. No, I'm getting nothing. Apparently, this is the first time this has been seen, or else the internet would know about it, right? Okay, so probably having to do with something about me downloading the DLC after we started the game. It apparently glitched something out terribly. So let's go back here. Let's go to find it. I guess it's under system settings, maybe? Yeah, whatever. Doesn't matter. This game's dead. Oh, I'm not going to have storage. All devices. Okay, so yeah, bring these two. Class item pack. Class item pack. Legacy, Mark of the Assassin. It says both are downloaded. Okay. It said I couldn't download Mark of the Assassin, which was weird. Title update. I don't know. Copy that. There's no point in copying that. Alright, so let's so delete everything, because if it's screwing up one thing, it's going to screw up everything, right? You know what? The Bioware servers are down. I wonder if you can even get the update for this anymore. Like, actual update. I mean, we've got it here, so it shows that you can. So, I mean, I guess. I don't know, the servers don't work anymore. Maybe it's something stored on the Xbox servers, and it's just, yeah, it's just there to be had. Maybe. But I played this game for, damn near a decade and a half, and I'd never seen any shit like this before. This is a brand new bug, a brand new glitch. The internet doesn't even know about it yet, so this is a recent thing. Although, if the servers are down, how do we get an update that tells us that the servers are no longer available at all? Which I've never seen before until just recently. So if the game never got an update, how did it get new information to give us without an update to give us new information? So apparently, BioWare is retroactively sabotaging their games. Not sure why they would do that. Well, I have an idea why they would do that, but well, these are obviously corrupt, so scripted abilities that they use even if they don't have it. Okay, well, at least you found a response to it, but irrelevant. We actually, like, literally respect Bethany, obviously, because she starts with Fireball, took it off of her. Now, if this shit just happens again, then I'll be like, oh, okay, whatever, I guess, if you say so. But we'll just start with a fresh everything. All right, so let's see. Can I just restart? I think that's only like an Xbox One thing. I think you have to just turn off and turn back on again. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah. Well, look, doesn't matter. It's dead now. If it happens again, we'll know it's a common thing. There's no staff that automatically casts fireballs that I'm aware of. Unless they're saying it's just a glitchy thing with a fire staff, even though Bethany's using a spirit staff right now. Or that's what she was using right there. So, no. That was the DLC staff, and I can see some DLC glitch shit, but there's no description on the staff that says, we'll randomly hit you and your fucking party and your enemies with fireballs. There's nothing about that. I did have a tactic set up that if there was a certain number of enemies in a certain area, to go ahead and cast fireball, because she basically starts with that. And she just kept doing it even after I respec'd her and reset all of her tactics and did everything from scratch. She was still just doing that, so anyway. But I appreciate it. At least somebody at least gave some response that it's at least been seen before. It's nice to know we're not alone all of a sudden. I guess that's good. All right, well, we're gonna have to do this shit all over again. Like I said, we've really just gotten. All we did was got to Kirkwall, respect our characters, and started. Probably went and looted some areas and stuff, but not a big deal. We can do it all again. Yeah, it shouldn't take. I mean, it'll probably take up tonight's stream, doing that shit over again. Probably. I really feel like maybe I should just be playing off the disc, man. I'm not lying. It's just the digital version. It's a little bit faster. It's a little bit smoother. Well, it's a lot smoother actually, but I don't know. Maybe we actually really should do that. You know, it was telling me I had to buy Mark of the Assassin again. Do you see my achievement here? That's 1370 out of 1370, including Mark of the Assassin. I've gotten all the achievements for it. How are you going to tell me I don't own the thing? That's what it was trying to do, but then it was, I guess, already installed. So if I actually bought it again, would it have actually sold it to me and charged me for it, even though I already own it? That's a question. Interesting. And then if you just accept it, cool, they got your money. They just stole from you. If not cool, then, oh, there was some kind of glitch there, I guess. Since you say something about it, we'll give you back the money we stole because we got caught. That's how that looks to me. Just saying. Just throwing that out there. Okay, so really just tempted to play from the disc because the disc is the purest form. But we got the disc update overriding the digital version. The digital version's a little faster, but it called itself updated, but it wasn't updated. The digital version had no updates, but it called itself updated, so you couldn't update it. So you kind of had to like download the digital version and then put in the disc, install the disc, and then it would update automatically, and then you would have that version. But I wonder if that actually carries over to the digital version. Like that just seems like some pre-update glitchy broken bullshit. That's what that sounds like. Fuck, I don't know. I just say we deal with it, whatever. You know, I think some of this bullshit was the reason we just went and played it on the Xbox Series X anyway. Because it was 10 times faster, played twice as smooth. Yeah. Well, I'll be back in a second. Gotta deal with this.
Had gentler invitations.
I am Cassandra Pentecost, Seeker of the Chantry.
And just, what are you seeking?
The champion.
Which one?
You know exactly why I'm here! Time to start talking, dwarf. They tell me you're good at it.
What do you want to know?
Everything. Start at the beginning.
Scouts. We will have to fight them sooner or later. Then we make our stand here. Prepare yourself. Now we fight!
We're invincible here, so that's all good. Let's kill everything.
Now you fall! One less to worry about.
A small AoE on these daggers, too. Don't really see it. Every once in a while, it seems like it catches like a second enemy, but for the most part,
We can't keep this up forever. Perhaps we'll be lucky, and they'll run out of Darkspawn. Here they come. Shall I
it's gonna be a
deal
short
with them?
stream tonight. We're not gonna make it very far. We'll find a cutoff point. Probably at least like get to Gamlen's or something, you know, type of thing.
All yours, sister.
They're big fireballs. Big ass fireballs.
Get ready!
Big, juicy, milky fireballs.
closer! One less to worry about.
Oh, you're gonna pay for that.
Let's finish this!
I love it when she does that and I'm playing a warrior. I start scything and mighty blowing her ass to death. I love that. Those explosions. Fucking kidding me? Then you hit me with that shit too. Oh, bitch.
Out of range!
Yeah, get slapped them. That's what you get. In this demo, these points are spread out so badly that this is a level 50
There's no
Hawk.
end to
You're
them.
playing a level 50 Hawk. And an unkillable version of a level 50 Hawk. Do you understand how bad these points have to be spread out? And these talents have to be picked to make it this pathetic? This is the worst shit I've ever seen in my life.
Bullshit.
Bullshit.
That's not what really happened.
Bullshit!
Does that not match the story you've heard, Seeker?
I'm not interested in stories. I came to hear the truth.
What makes you think I know the truth?
Don't lie to me! You knew her even before she became the champion.
Even if I did, I don't know where she is now.
Do you have any idea what's at stake here?
Let me guess.
Let's at least get two
Your
Kirkwall.
precious
Let's at least
chantries
do
fall
that
into
tonight.
pieces and put the entire
just do that.
world on the brink of war.
And hope Bethany's
And you
glitch
need the
doesn't
one person
carry
who can
over
help you
again.
put it back together.
The champion was at the heart of it when it all began. If you can't point me to her, tell me everything you know.
You aren't worried I'll just make it up as I go?
Not at all.
I don't know
You'll
if it
need
carries
to
over
hear the
again. I
whole
guess
story.
the thing I hate about the Series X is it destroys certain parts of the game. It makes them almost essentially unplayable. Like the original, the OG version allows you to play the game the exact way it was meant to be balanced. You know, and you switch over to the Series X, it plays a lot better in a lot of ways. But then it destroys certain areas of the game. It makes them literally unplayable. And it makes one or two things more accessible than they normally would be. So like it's unbalanced. It's broken. It doesn't work the way it was coded to work, if you will.
The Blight have been unleashed on Ferelden. Darkspawn poured out of the wilds, clashing against the army at the ruins of Ostagar. The battle was a disaster. King Kalen died on the field with his men, betrayed by his most trusted general.
Betrayed. It was betrayal.
Unopposed,
So anybody creating
the
lore
Horde
that
marched
it
on the
wasn't
village of
betrayal
Northering.
is a
The
complete
village
fucking
burned,
woke piece
and
of
many
fucking
innocents were
stupid,
slaughtered.
non-human, doesn't even deserve
The
to live
champion's
shit.
family barely escaped in time.
Logain was doing what was best to not involve Orlais. Shut the fuck up. You're the stupidest thing that ever existed. Ever. You make Catch Me Outside look wise. Just saying.
I think that's all of them.
For the moment, make us save us. We've lost it all. Everything your father and I...
Well, let's see if all the DLC actually is installed, because I got a feeling there's something kind of fucked up here, which probably caused the glitch that we just saw. That would be my guess, because everything was going fine until then, so...
At least we're alive.
We'll see.
That's
We'll see.
a small feat.
Yes, you're right.
We should have run sooner. Why did we wait so long?
Why are you looking at us? We've been running since Ostagar.
Not to interrupt, but the Blight's not going to wait while we stand here pointing fingers.
Please, listen to your sister.
Then let's go. Lead on.
Interesting, Bethany has magic that can create a firewall. Which is something you don't even see till Inquisition, which is actually a spell. Firewall. I mean, it's complete garbage, but it's still a spell. You see firewall right here. That's firewall. And it's sustained as well, so kind of interesting. Just something to throw out there. All right, these codexes, they're called quests. All these are is when you unlock the codex, it gives you XP. That's literally all this shit is. But it's in all those chests and stuff that should be in Gamlen's house, which were there. But I put him in after we started. We got to Kirkwall and I said, okay, I'm going to download the DLC so we can play it if we want to. Cool. One of you guys suggested it. I was like, all right, let's do that. So then I went and downloaded whatever I had, DLC, all the DLC I have. I mean, some of my DLC actually overlaps, I think. You've got like an all classes pack. And then you've got like individual packs like Rogue, Mage, Warrior, and then you've got all classes pack, and you've got all you see it right here. It's just bullshit. So when we go unlock those, it gives us a little bit of free XP. Does it really make a difference in the game? No. But that should be everything. All right, cool. Okay, let's set everybody's tactics. Let's just do this again. And if it winds up really wonky a second time, then I guess we know that there's something that's off. Something's like wrong. Just saying. So you want default. Self. Any. Some Pari. Alright, so that's cool. Then you want her ranged. We gotta have ranged. And then that's fine. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna move this down one. I'm gonna say now this is a thing. And this has always been a thing, and even after all the updates, it was still a thing. If you take like this and try to move it, right, which seems like really quick and simple, it will like deactivate and fuck up everything in your tactics. So maybe it was that type of thing. So let's just do a self any... Do we have any... No, we don't. Okay. Let's see. Self. Mana. Self. Mana. Look 25. Use item. We should have one of everything. Alright, that's cool. And then enemy clustered with at least... This might actually fix this. So even if it's a glitch that's persistent, based on a certain kind of, like, origin, you might actually be able to fix that by just simply moving the tactics around, and it refreshes that shit, and whatever bad coding is there, it might ignore it. So, like, that's possible. Yeah, clustered. Usability, fireball. That's all she's got. Enemy target using attack type. Ranged or magic. Attack. Okay, so that's cool. She should be solid. Like I say, I'm trying to deal with a glitch that I've never seen before. Like that's definitely a first time. We definitely want default. Enemy any. Pommel strike. Okay, cool. That'll work. All right, let's now there's another cool thing that actually fixes a lot of stuff in Origins and Dragon Age 2. Origins still has glitches. Like, you can't detect traps until you reload the save that you just saved. So you save before the traps that you know are there, and then you save, then you exit, and you reload that save. Now you can detect those traps. If you don't, you can't detect those traps. They'll go off on you. Even if you could detect them and disarm them, you won't even see them. Even though you can see them and disarm them. It just won't let you. It's a glitch in the tutorial. Basically, for any rogue, you don't know it unless you're actually a rogue. And then you actually discover that this is a thing. In the Kakaria Wilds, too. Definitely a thing. So I'm assuming some of the same mechanics actually work here as well. If something's going off, it's good to have a save that you could, like, just... I mean, probably just reload the save, like, right now, before anything even happens. And we'll see how this plays out, but this is a prefix. It keeps the game from doing shit that the game is notorious for doing. Right? Like, yeah, basically.
We're under attack. What a surprise. I'll deal with this.
You want this?
Get back! Let's finish this! One more for me. We're keeping score, right?
Yes. Yeah, you definitely want the game to play tight and do what it's supposed to do. Although, you also like the game to start actually, like, dropping a little bit of change for you. And that's an Xbox One thing. The Xbox One backwards compatibility version of this, it will remove loot from an entire map. And all the quests that you do in that map. You don't get money that you have to have, that is guaranteed drop, it'll remove it from you. It'll just take it out of the entire map and everything in it. Boss fights, chests, containers, everything. It just removes the money. What kind of glitch is that to remove your loot from an RPG, which is basically the entire point of playing your RPG, to get loot? Remove the loot glitch. The most ridiculous, laughable fucking BioWare at its best thing I've ever seen in my life. Well, I guess we just get backstab, right? Nice. Sweet. It's right where we want it.
Wait. Where are we going?
Away from the Darkspawn, where else?
One of the better
And then
stories
where?
ever written here.
We can't just wander aimlessly.
Why not?
So long as we wander
Why
aimlessly
not?
away from the Horde, I'm happy.
We can go to Kirkwall.
Well, that wouldn't be my first choice.
Dude, I got
There's a
through
lot of
Inquisition
Templars in
on Nightmare
Kirkwall
with all the
level.
trials, basically
I know
doing
that.
pretty much
We
everything
still have family there.
with the tier
And
1
an
level
estate.
daggers. I could use any
need to
materials I
get to
wanted,
Baron and
but I
take
could
shit.
only use tier 1
we
shit.
survive
So I
that
had
long,
tier 1
I'll
armor,
just be
tier
happy
1
to get out of
daggers, tier 1 like rings, amulets, whatever, belts, yeah, all that. It had to be tier 1. That took 20 minutes to kill. That's annoying.
You will not have him! have you. Not while I breathe.
God damn it. No drops. Aveline is literally not giving a fuck. She's gonna fight all of these assholes by herself.
Now you fall! Get back! Now you fall!
You know, I love that. I love that jump stab.
Stop
That Twin
squirming,
Fangs
Wesley.
jump stab
You'll
is you
make it
flip your
worse.
daggers over and you just leap and you just
Apostate. Keep your
It
distance.
actually hits harder.
Well, the
It
man
hits
has a
harder
sense
as
of
like a secondary attack. It
Darkspawn
really
and
actually
Magenta.
does. And it's just
I thought
built
they all
into the
abandoned
basic
loadering.
attacks.
The spawn
It's a beautiful
clear
thing.
in their intent.
If you can
But a mage
alternate
is
your
always
targets
unknown.
with enough distance to actually
The
hit them
order
like that, you'll hit them
dictates.
slower, but you'll hit them harder.
Wesley.
It's actually really cool. And if you have
That woman
tactics,
is
I
an
mean,
apostate.
criticals
The
involved,
order dictates.
it's really nice.
Dear, they saved us. The Maker
I should have made my
understands.
character look exactly like Bethany.
Of
Although,
course.
actually, Bethany and Carver
I'm
are the
Adeline
twins.
Valenne. This is my husband, Sir Wesley. We can hate each other when we're safe from the Horde.
You know the reason that Malcolm Hawk exercised blood magic to enslave Corypheus in his, what basically is a temporary prison, right? Was because the wardens, the blood mage that was over the wardens, and there's some history of a blood mage being over the wardens in Origins as well. The whole Warden's Keep DLC. That's what happened when the blood mage is either given control or gets in control. There's a lesson to be learned there. Anyway, here, there was a blood mage that was the leader of the wardens. And they said, Malcolm Hawk, you're the one that can do this. If you don't do it, we're going to murder your wife who's pregnant with your unborn twins. That's what we're going to do. So you either do this or we murder your wife. In front of you, go fuck yourself. That's the only reason Malcolm Hawk was even involved. That's the legend of Legacy. That's how dark it is. It's a shame a dude in a dress just came in and fucking destroyed all of the lore of one of the best written games in the history of ever. But we'll never hear the last couple chapters of this book because of a dude in a dress. A fucking rainbow flag. The same type of shit that destroyed Bud Light. And if Bud Light is making a resurgence, it's because people are so fucking woke. They're so fucking unsensitive to morals and ethics, and they're so fucking corrupted at this point that everybody's a fucking zombie anyway. Can we get an amen?
The wrath of the Templars is terrible indeed.
More so their wives. But as long as there is a greater danger, you and I have an accord.
Thank you, Wesley. For now, we move with you. North is cut off. We barely escaped the main body of the Horde.
Then we're trapped.
What's GPT
The
stand
wilds
for
into
in
the
chat?
south, that's
Chat
no way
GPT.
out.
What does
If
GPT
the
actually
options
stand
are
for?
south or die,
Just curious.
I'll take my chances with south.
I still haven't gotten a single fucking drop. See, that's troubling. At the very least. Okay, she can't get that yet. She can have this. Melee or ranged. Nice. Enemy health. let's do rank. Let's do normal or higher. Yeah, that's a good way to go. I mean, definitely. Darkspawn are weak to spirit, so. And here, what you want. This is Aveline. This is Aveline 1000.0. This is how you build her here. You go default. Don't give a shit about that. So self any. You want her to activate all of her defensive stuff if she's got it. So she's going to eventually get Elemental Aegis. We're just going to go ahead and clear that out because that's the two things she has to have active at all times. And then enemy at range. Short range. Now, if you upgrade Taunt, you can put that at short to medium range. But you can do that later. Anyway, so that's the setting for Aveline. It's the setting for Alistair. It's the exact same thing in Origins to allow him to just do his job. And honestly, with Cassandra, it's the same type of thinking, but Inquisition has some other things you can do. You can favorite certain abilities. You can favorite more than one ability, but if you favorite like 5 things, and you only have enough stamina to do like 3 things, it will start to dictate for itself what you don't need. And what you don't need is probably what you do need, so just have an understanding of how resources work. Right? In Dragon Age 2, resources have a cooldown. In terms of like mana potions, stamina potions, health potions, like there's a cooldown on everything. Anyway, so you definitely want that. You want her to be able to heal herself because she can take the most damage of anybody. So if you have her at 25, remember a health potion gives you 80% health. So anything less than 25, you're really not wasting that. As long as she's able to actually get it off and actually able to use one. Then I set my mages who can heal up to, it's a similar amount, but I set my mages to heal an ally if an ally is below 50%. And then if you want to incorporate Meryl in that, who she can really only heal herself, but you can have her tactics set to where she turns off blood magic below 50% health, and if everything lines up right, she can actually get a heal. But if she doesn't get a heal, then she can heal herself and then turn her shit back on. So 50% is kind of like the threshold. So if you don't get a heal from your support, then you want to be able to emergency self-heal. That's what a health potion should be. Emergency only. So you want to set that as low as possible. Last-ditch effort, because those things have a huge cooldown, and actually heal has a huge cooldown. So honestly, you're really not trying to have to heal. You're trying to kill everything before they can kill you. So this game is definitely a DPS race. Meaning that you get to the finish line before they do. They all die, therefore you don't. It's really that fucking simple. And it's just that beautiful too. Because that's like the best action combat RPG ever. The system is, in my opinion, borderline perfect. Even if you made this an isometric game, it can be treated as a turn-based game, but the game gives you all the tools to not have to use it as a turn-based game. If your turn-based tactics are good enough in the real-time speed with a game that actually has haste involved, then honestly, this is like turn-based working itself if your tactics are good enough. And then you could just play through the game. And everything just dies. Everything melts in front of you if your tactics are set right. It's the game within the game within the game. And it's just, that's some beautiful shit right there. All right, so we're going to save this for Shield Bash. Right? So, but she's definitely set. That's pretty much plug and play. Aveline's good for the game. I mean, you can add one or two things as you go along. Maybe an extra sustained ability later, you know, type of thing or whatever. But as far as this goes, Aveline's like pretty solid with just what you just gave her. Maybe update some shit as you get new skills or upgrades to skills, right? It's the same thing in Inquisition. It's actually the same thing in, well, Origins. There's not really a lot of upgrades to skills. You got the skill and that's it. Here you have upgrades to skills. They incorporated that into Inquisition as well. They just dumbed Inquisition down so badly and removed so much core elemental shit from the lore and the gameplay and the story that it's unforgivable. We'll talk about it when we get there. Or I'm going to talk about it. You can listen, or you don't have to listen. You tell me to shut the fuck up. I'm still going to talk about it. But, yeah, anyway, when we get there. There you have it. Still don't have a single drop, which is, like, really weird. We should at least have, like, one silver piece by now. Or a couple extra potions, which would be nice. And anytime you can pick up a health potion here, that's lucky. Notice I didn't assign health potions to anybody but Aveline. If we all die, whatever. But I'm not burning up all my health potions because Carver sucks and Bethany stops exercising her AI and just runs and just fucking dies on purpose just to go suck up a health potion. We're not calling shots at the bar right now. We're actually trying to conserve these health potions. So you at least want one once you get past the Kirkwall gallows into actual Kirkwall itself. You need to have at least one health potion. If you don't, you have to go find one or buy one with money you don't have. So yeah, you're poor as fuck entering to Kirkwall, which is the way an RPG is supposed to start. Let's all just acknowledge that real quick. It's so fine balanced that the gameplay actually enforces the rule that you're supposed to start out with a fucking cardboard shield and a wooden stick as a sword or dagger or whatever. Or wand, whatever. That's kind of how it starts, and you just build from there. That's RPG 101, and if it doesn't apply, you're probably playing a shitty RPG. Or you're playing some weird version of an RPG where that kind of, it applies, but it doesn't, which is Divinity 2 Ego Draconis, which is where the whole starting out with cardboard and a pencil doesn't really apply, but it still applies because you get reverted to cardboard, shield, pencil, sword. Like, you got to be John Wick to rediscover yourself, even though you already knew how to do everything in the first place. That's Divinity 2, Ego Draconis. And then you find out you are a fucking dragon. How gangster is that? And your entire life's objective is to destroy dragons. It's dude, that is literally that storyline. If you haven't played that, you suck if you don't. No apologies. If you haven't played that, you suck if you don't. Go play that. That's how badass it is. True story. Okay, well, damn, Mama Hawk just took off. We're trying to hear any of that bullshit. Oh, beautiful.
Where are they coming from? Well, next.
Oh, there we go. All right, thank you. I was about to say, but we got a health potion. That's fantastic.
You'll see.
Puppy Bro's getting his chew on. Now, a really good object lesson here is to see how much threat your mage is drawing for every heal. But she's not even healing, actually. She's not even casting heal. Heal is like a backstab. It like gets everybody's attention. And one fireball, and just the fact that she's hitting with every single time she builds her staff. Imagine Dark Souls and you got a poise meter. Like when your poise is broken. Like when your threat is broken. Like mages build that shit in increments. You might build that shit like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. As an assassin, you probably build it more like 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, right? But mages build that shit like 10, 20, 30, 50, 5,000, 9 million. That's how they build threat. You have to be able to pull that threat from your mages. And that's what you have to keep in mind with Aveline. And Alistair is the exact same way. Especially if you got two mages, like you got Morgan and Wynn, casting haste, casting heal every 5 seconds, and regenerate every 3 seconds, and fucking Morgan throwing down like some shit like Blood Wound and goddamn regenerate and whatever else. Oh, they're drawing threat like 9,000. How do you compete with 9,000? You have to be able to draw threat 9,000 and taunt. An AoE threaten ability is not enough to do it. You have to actually have the strength and the damage to draw threat like a rogue or a mage, and be able to taunt on top of that. So therefore, I say build Aveline with a lot of strength. Obviously Constitution, because she's tanking everything, right? But you want enough willpower to actually be able to sustain all of her stuff and do her basic shit like taunt, war cry, whatever you want to call it, shield bash. These things do draw threat, but her basic attack needs to hit hard enough that it has to overcome the fact that if you use shield defense, which she has to have active all the time, it actually makes her immune to like flanking attacks and stuff like that. So she can be surrounded and survive it. But she still has to be able to hit hard enough, and shield defense actually gives her an attack nerf. Right? And she's already nerfed by shield defense just in attack speed, but it gives her a damage nerf too. So I think it says it's like a 25% damage nerf. It's more like between a 50 and 75% damage nerf, which means she's drawing less aggro, which means she has to hit harder. She needs strength as much, if not more, than she needs constitution. Just keep that in mind for Aveline. She has to be able to hit, and she has to be able to effectively hit whatever she's targeting to maintain its threat, so it doesn't run off and say, this tank is a pussy, I'm gonna go kill you now. Meaning your mage, your rogue, your other mage, your whatever, right? So like that's kind of the idea. Hey, what's going on? Hello to you too. Anyway, I'm gonna go refill one more time. What time is it? It's almost 1. 1 is kind of my bedtime, so I'm definitely not gonna try to stretch that past 2 or 3, but we can stay up for a little bit. At least get to Kirkwall, right? Say, I need to send out some feels, man. Anybody else a Green Bay Packer fan that just got their fucking entire hopes for the holidays just destroyed tonight? Going into ER-ass, shit-sucking fucking Denver donkeys, garbage, fuck-ass. Dude, now I hate the Denver Broncos as much as I hate the Minnesota Vikings. I don't hate anybody as much as I hate the Dallas Cowboys, but these are definitely tied for second. Minnesota Vikings, Denver Broncos, tied for second. Into most hated fucking piece of shit, glorying over some shit that they never deserved in the first place. Fucking hypocritical wannabe. Fuck their fans. Fuck the team, fuck their fans. If you're a Denver Broncos fan, go fuck yourself with a cactus. See how that works out. Whatever the end results of that is, I'm going to be happy when it happens. Just saying. Just throwing that out there. If anybody can relate, cool. If not, I guess I'm here by myself. God damn it. That was the worst ER game I've seen in football. No, not the worst. Definitely the second worst, though. It's tied for first, I think. Worst ER game I've ever seen dictating a team's future. That was the most brutal shit. That's definitely the most brutal shit anybody's experienced this year. I don't care what team you're on. I don't care if you lost Watt. I don't care if you lost this. I don't care if you lost that. You weren't in the hunt in the first place anyway. No, man. Losing Parsons, your best offensive lineman, your best blitzing safety, and another linebacker potentially, and a starting wide receiver in the same fucking game? Like, the top 5 players on your entire fucking team in the same game. When the fuck does that happen? Just saying. It was that bad. And it all happened in the second half. That's the crazy part. It happened in like 2 quarters of football. Well, Green Bay has now gone from, top 3 to sub 20, I guess. I don't know, maybe you shouldn't have all your eggs in one basket and have everything relying on just a couple players, but I mean, I can't think of an NFL team that doesn't have that situation. You lose Amon-Ra St. Brown, Jahmyr Gibbs, and fucking, I don't know, whatever, in Detroit. Yeah, your season's over. You lose Dak Prescott, fucking George Pickens, and CeeDee Lamb in the same game. Yeah, you're out. Etc., etc., etc. You lose Puka Nacua. Fucking, well, actually they got 2 really good running backs. So you just lose one of them, 2, and then you lose your starting left tackle. It's that type of shit. We lost our best offensive lineman, our best blitzing safety, and the best edge rusher in the game right now. And potentially our wide receiver 1, who just came back from injury. I don't know if he's actually out or not, so he might actually play. And then our other wide receiver 1.0, 1.1, whatever, our wide receiver 2, he gets carted off in a fucking ambulance along with Micah Parsons and fucking everybody else on our team. What the fuck was that? Fuck the Denver Broncos. I hope the Denver Broncos don't win all of their games by a single score for the rest of the fucking season, and if they fly in the plane crashes. And they can just pay for their sins, I guess. So bad, man. It's not good to wish something like that. Well, they deserve it, so call it what you want. Since John Elway did the helicopter in a Super Bowl that he couldn't possibly fucking win. Against my Packers. You know what? Yeah, go ahead and fuck them, along with the Minnesota Vikings. But as long as, if Minnesota and Denver are winning, but Dallas is losing, it's still okay. And Dallas lost. That's the only redemption for this weekend. And all 5 of my fantasy teams, all 5 of them, progressed to next week. All 5 of them. True story. Well, 2 of them were on bye. The other 3, Kyle Pitts and Trey McBride. Oh, and Josh Jacobs. Let's throw a little Josh Jacobs in there, too. That's the only person. I'm surprised Josh Jacob didn't get a fucking blown out knee or like a separated fucking spine injury or some shit. Or a concussion that keeps him out until the playoffs. That Green Bay, who takes Green Bay seriously in the playoffs now? You're missing basically half your offensive line now. Your best edge rusher. And a crucial part of your secondary. Sorry, man, that's too many hits to take to. I mean, I don't know if they sustain that somehow. I would be surprised. I'm not going to be a Dallas Cowboy fan. We could still go to the Super Bowl. No, Dallas Cowboy fans are the worst thing on the face of the earth. They're like why woke is woke. That's Dallas Cowboy fans. They're like, why woke is woke.
What a mess.
I've got this one.
This is going badly. It's too much. This is going badly. This is going badly. It's too much. You are not enough. This is going badly.
Hard won and deserved.
Heals there. The only one who's using heals is Aveline. That is exactly why I don't assign health potions, or else we would have no heals right now. You can get past the fight. Most players hate you passionately while they make $1 million a minute to sit out half the games anyway. True story, man. No, like seriously, my quarterback, my team's quarterback. I've been a fan of this team for a long time. My entire adult life anyway, right? Jordan Love got an invite from the president that didn't have anything to do with the Super Bowl and declined because it's a spoiled, woke, rotten brat, overrated piece of fucking shit that can barely hit the side of a barn. If he's touching the side of the barn with the football, can still not hit the side of a fucking barn. Overrated piece of fucking entitled, ethnic, fucking woke piece of shit who didn't go to the fucking White House because Trump was in the White House, because it is the if you are the MSNBC quarterback, then if you died, the world would be a better place. Like seriously, this motherfucker throws games, literally throws games to the defense to lose games for my team. That's what this thing does. And it declined an invite to the White House. Why would you do that? You're making $130 million a year to suck at your chosen profession, which is to play sports that you would probably do for free anyway, but you make $130 million a fucking year to suck in a country that, if you were outside of this country, fucking, there are cartels that would execute you because they lost money on you, gambling on you. See, to not appreciate where you are and what you actually have as opposed to the rest of the world. I can't buy ramen twice a week, but you're making $130 million a year and you say, I'm not going to the White House because of Trump, because I'm a news media fucking woke fucking zombie socialist communist piece of fucking shit sucking off the American dollar. What kind of fucking shit is that? True story. It's a little hard to stomach. It's really hard to stomach, actually. It's a lot hard to stomach. That fucking woke entitled piece of fucking dog shit. How did Jordan Love even get an invite to the White House in the first place? What has that motherfucker ever done? But failed miserably when it mattered. That's the only claim to fame that fucking thing. It's not a human being. It's a subcultural fucking primate. That thing, its only claim to fame is to suck when it mattered. That's all it's got. And the president said, hey man, come on man, Green Bay Packers, America's team. Because Dallas Cowboys are not America's team. Green Bay Packers definitely are. It's not called the fucking Landry Trophy, it's called the Lombardi Trophy. It's the only team in America owned by Americans. And the president says, hey man, come to the White House. Let's hang out. Let's talk about shit. And you decline an honor that's once in a lifetime to anybody else? You're so entitled. You're so neglecting anybody that actually matters in the world because you don't. Jordan Love is the worst fucking piece of shit I've seen in the last year to walk the face of the planet. And that's including Chinese who murder their own citizens. And Taliban people trying to take over America to introduce shit that hypocritically, double-standardly, goes against the people that are actually supporting them to fucking, like, murder gays and do all this other stuff. Taking over America somehow. Jordan Love is somehow worse than that. This is the worst fucking piece of shit. And the only reason they lost last night was because of his fucking 2 picks, because he's a fucking overrated piece of fucking garbage that can't even play the position. And he's going to get coaches fired. And he's going to cost millions and even billions to my favorite team because this thing gets all the respect because of its skin color and hypocritically won't even go to the White House because of the president's skin color. Can everybody just stomach all that shit all at once for 1 second and see exactly where I'm coming from? That's how bad it is. So yeah, you know what? Maybe Formula One, goddamn it, just cars going really fast and you root for one, and if it doesn't win, well, goddamn it, at least maybe it placed, and okay, cool. I totally get it, because everything else is satanically, politically complicated. Look at LeBron James getting respect. The motherfucker still can't speak English. It still can't, with billions of dollars, it still can't speak English. Can we all just stomach that for a second? It makes $1 million a minute to not even play. When you got firefighters, police officers, soldiers, men and women, getting out there and laying their lives down, police officers every fucking day. It's worse here than it was in Benghazi. On the daily. True story. And they can't even feed their families. But you got this motherfucker that can't speak English, that's spoiled, that can barely dribble a ball, but somehow money is giving him a physique that's able to do this shit for a long time to make sure that the world is the worst place to live in because he fucking exists. Because this thing is the opposite of Jordan. True story. That's sports in a nutshell. LeBron James is the opposite of Jordan. Jordan is the GOAT. LeBron James is the worst fucking piece of shit that ever fucking put on basketball shoes. It's fucking trash. And it wants you to know how good it is because it's fucking trash. He's the only one calling himself the GOAT because nobody else will. This is woke hypocrisy, double standards, and fucking the inability to be human, the inability to be humble, the inability to have any class, any ethics, any morals, anything. It just uses money that it didn't earn. It just sweated a lot on a basketball court and complained loudly when it wasn't allowed to win when it didn't deserve to win. That's all LeBron James is. It's a bunch of fucking stats. It has no substance. A lot of hat, no cattle. True story? That's sports in a nutshell. Fucking LeBron James getting any respect is the worst fucking thing on the planet. And people don't even see it because they're worse off than he is. Because they're the same thing, they're just poor. Hell, at least Shaq buys these kids some sneakers. At least.
I suffer no threat.
Well, that went really badly. That went really badly. I fucked that up. That was my fault. Give me a second. All right. Hope I had a save right there. I'm not going to burn the rest of my health potions trying to finish off some Darkspawn archers. That's not what's going to happen here. No, that's definitely not cool. That was my bad though. My fault. I was mid-rant and fucked up, like really bad. Oh wow. Seriously? I thought I made a save. Apparently I didn't. Okay, hold on a second. If I have to go all the way back, it's 1 o'clock in the morning. If I have to go... Nah, I'm done. Yeah, I'm done. I'm done. Actually, you know what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go just so I know exactly where I'm at tomorrow or the next day when we jump on stream. I don't even know that I'm actually streaming tomorrow. Games, Dragon Age 2, so we'll just, I mean, maybe we should just, like... Yeah, just delete that. That was my bad. That was definitely my bad, but I'm not doing all that shit over again. I'm not. I'm like literally not. Yeah, we'll just start from scratch tomorrow. I'm out of here. I am 100% done. All right. So, yep. Turn off console. All right, man. Yeah, I'm going to go try to find something to eat and then try to get some sleep. I got to get up early and then I got to try to take a nap and then got to work tomorrow night too. And then maybe, and I don't even know what's happening tomorrow, to be honest. Yeah, seriously. All right, so yeah, we're just going to have to start from scratch next time. Again, and we'll just start it from there and just go with that. And then if it doesn't work again, shit, I don't know. All right, man. Well, thanks, man. Appreciate it. I don't think luck is going to get it, but appreciate the well wishes. I will see you guys whenever. I'll just see you when I see you, man. I'll post that shit on X, on Twitter. I'll post that shit on Twitter when I jump on. It'll probably be late because it's after I work. That's the only time I can actually stream. So it is what it is. Either way, you guys have a good rest of your week coming up. Once again, sorry if you're a Green Bay fan. I feel you. My heart got ripped out of my chest today. All of my fantasy teams progressed, all 5. But I lost my team, so honestly, I would give up all of that shit just to not have that shit happen to Banks and fucking... Anyway, doesn't really matter. Parsons just, yeah, that's a hit to the chest. Because if that shit winds up lingering for another year or two, Green Bay's entire salary cap is hinged on that one player. And now he's out for at least a year. So maybe halfway through next season. This is late in the year. Kind of like what happened to Christian Watson. Oh yeah, and by the way, he was carted off in a fucking ambulance tonight. He was released from that, so cool. Doesn't mean he's out for the season. But yeah, that was just a big smack to the face. That fucking sucked. And yeah, I still like my NFL team. I am really a Packer fan. I actually bleed green instead of red. So yeah, that's definitely a thing. And then what happened to the Bengals tonight too, because I really actually like the Bengals too, and that's even worse. You know what? Fuck it. I'm just going to go find something to eat and get some sleep and see what happens tomorrow. Hopefully I have good news to tell you guys tomorrow or the next day instead of bad news. Either way, all right, y'all take care. I appreciate you hanging out. It's awesome. I will, I'll see you guys later. I'm not starting over again tonight because I really don't have time. Honestly, if I go to sleep right now, I'm not even going to get 8 hours sleep. In fact, I'm going to get about 7 hours sleep if I go to sleep right now, which I'm probably not going to. So, yeah, whatever. All right. Y'all take care. Thanks for the well wishes. I'll see you guys later. Good night, everybody.